Now the markets have rallied. Are we getting ready for another downturn? Maybe crash. Let's look into this. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, so let's have a look into this right now. We're going to have a look into the S&P 500. We're going to look at the markets itself and see what we can see with what is actually happening here. Now, the question I had, I know a lot of people on the maybe a lot of people actually have on their minds is, well, a lot of people I speak to lately, it's like, well, you know, the markets have rallied. Now the market won't crash that much, will it? You know, even though the market's coming down, it won't crash that much, will it? You know, and that's what actually happens. That's what a lot of people are thinking. It's like, oh no, it'll be alright. You know, the market will hold up, and so etc. 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 You know what I mean? So. Now, when we're talking about the markets and stuff like that, firstly I want to say is September and October are statistically, or September is especially, the worst performing month of the year. Alright, now isn't that interesting that all this is happening just right before the worst performing month of the year, historically speaking, right? And there's a lot of people saying September and October are like to be really, really volatile times. We know that too anyway, right? But we know that there's got to be a lot of volatile times happening within the next, within the next couple of months. So where we are right now, we can see that we actually had a big down pullback on the S&P 500, and then we had a big rally. Same with the Dow Jones. Okay, we can see that. Now let's just look at the daily chart here for a minute. There's two daily charts here. You can see over here on this chart here that obviously we had a big rally. Now, the first thing I do see, guys, is the first thing I'm always looking at is the peaks and troughs, okay? Because the peaks and troughs are really going to show you what's actually happening in the market. So, if we look at the Dow Jones, and we can actually see, let me see if I can bring my good old trendline drawing tool up. The market, when the market is in a downtrend, we continue to make these lower peaks and lower troughs, okay? So, one thing you want to keep an eye out for is that, is the market going to continue down? Well, here's the thing. The market's made a major lower trough, and it looks like it's trying to make a lower peak as well too. If it makes a lower peak, then yes, then it does look like we're going to start doing that. Start going down. That's what I do see on the Dow Jones. Now that's actually what I see there. So low peak, low trough, low peak, low trough, low peak, low trough, low peak, low trough, all the way down. And that's actually what we see there. Now it's coming down, making a low trough. Now it's making a low peak. So the question is that if this forms a low peak, yes, we're likely to get a down move. Now, if we get a low peak and then suddenly it starts to make a nice little higher trough through here somewhere, then the market is likely to turn around and then follow right up. You know what I mean? What you want to see is a down bar, down bar, down bar, down bar. You know what I mean? You don't want to see this here. You don't want to see the market go down here like it has, then the market rallied up like it has, and then suddenly it comes down, maybe 1 or 2 bars, and then suddenly it starts to give you like a nice big up bar, creating like a high trough scenario. You know what I'm saying? So if it makes a lower peak like it is actually forming right now, then we're likely to head down, and we're likely to see a bit more downward movement on the markets overall, especially the Dow Jones and stuff like that. Now, if you look at say the market such as the Russell, we can really see, especially on this chart over here, we can really see that the market's had a run down, it's had a run back up. It's now looking, to me, it's getting weaker. You know what I mean? You had this 1 bar up bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 3 sort of up bars or closing higher up bars. And then today was sort of a nothing bar. You know what I mean? So that's sort of what you get at the top when the market is reversing. You can see like here, right? The market ran down, ran back up, had like a little doji, and then we started to turn around and come down. You know what I mean? And that's the flow of the motion. Again, lower peaks, lower troughs all the way down, and the same with the Nasdaq as well too. We had some lower peaks, lower troughs. We had this big thumping move down. It's come back up. This is the makings, guys, of what actually happened in 2008 when the stock market did crash. If I can go back that far, let's see if I can go back to the 4-day chart. Can I go back that far? I can, yes. So as you can see, right, that we had We can't exactly do that, can we? No, but if I just bring up the weekly chart, you'll be able to see it here. Especially on the weekly chart, you'll be able to see, the market breakdown, trough, low peak, and then the market started really hammering down through here on September, as you can see, through September through here. This was the actual September month. So yeah, so September month, historically speaking, is the most volatile month. As you can see, we did had a big move down through there. If you look at September actually had, from the highs down through the lows, we actually had a 20% pullback. As you can see, right, we had a big 20% pullback, and then the market had a, as you can see, had a nice 17% rally, and then we had the big thumping 50% drop down from, that makes it from the high down through all the way through the lows. This is, a 55% decrease in the markets overall. So when you're looking at what's actually happening now, we are getting that downward movement, and now we're going to slowly start to see, is this going to turn around? Is this going to start to really, move to the downside? So, but once again, back to the daily chart, you can actually see what's happening here. We're getting weaker now, getting into the worst performing month. I believe we're likely to see a lot more downside to come. And it may not happen this week, but I do believe over the next, especially over the next 12 months or so, we'll definitely likely to, for me, I personally believe that we're likely to get some downside anyway. So anyway, guys, bit of a market update. Hope you've enjoyed it. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.